What's up, guys? Alex Chasen back here with a brand new video. Hopefully, a great day, afternoon, or night. Everyone's on this road noticing something different. Yeah, I got a haircut. No, I got contacts. Your boy got contacts right here. Get a close up on that. I got contacts. You can't see them. My mic just fell. But anyways, so today's video, as you can tell by the title, is my 2018 playoff predictions, and I have a lot of predictions. There's gonna be a bracket right here, the whole video. And if I can figure out a way for it to move along, I'll try. But if not, you guys will listen to my voice. One thing back to the contact, since I wore glasses since 3rd grade, I'm going into high school next year. There's this big red mark here. It's probably going to take a while to go away. But it's okay. I like these better. I think I look better without glasses. And yeah, let's get going with the video. Sorry if you hear the birds. It's 8 o'clock in the morning, so like they're at their prime quacking hour. I don't know what it's called. But anyways. So, in the first round, we'll start in the West. Rockets, Timberwolves, Oklahoma City Thunder versus the Jazz, Trailblazers, Pelicans, Warriors, Spurs. So, let's start at the top. Rockets, Timberwolves. I think this is going to be a better series than people think because Clint Capella and Karl-Anthony Towns, one can shoot, Karl-Anthony Towns, the other one can bang down the low post, Clint Capella. So I think it's going to be a very evenly matched down the low post. Now as we get up into the guard situation, Chris Paul is just going to absolutely demolish Jeff Teague and Jimmy Butler. But other than that, it should be a relatively good series. I think it's going to go 5 games. Timberwolves are going to get 1 game, and then the Rockets are going to move on. And then the Thunder, Jazz. This Jazz defense is just extraordinary. They have Donovan Mitchell, who's a great young talent. Hopefully he can bring it in to the playoffs. If not, it's going to be a very boring series. But hopefully he does. But I think the Thunder will come out. They just need to get some things together. I think it's going to go 6 games because the Thunder are kind of sucking right now. They haven't been doing great. I think it's going to go 6 games, but the Thunder are going to win that series. And then Trailblazers, Pelicans. Now, the reason why I'm going to say this is going to go 6 games also is because Anthony Davis is just going to overpower the whole Trailblazers roster. They do have Jusuf Nurkic, but he's nothing special. He can't bang down a low post. He can't shoot. I mean, he can shoot the mid-range, but other than that, he's a small center. He's only like 6'9", 6'10". So Anthony Davis is going to kill them over there, and he's going to kill the point guards too. Now, then Damian Lillard and CJ McCollum, they are amazing. So I'm going to give it to the Trailblazers. They're going to win it in 6 because their just offensive abilities are crazy, especially, Mr. Fourth Quarter, Dame Dollar. And then Warriors, Spurs. Now, my thing is, anytime the Spurs are in the playoffs, you have to look out for them. Yes, they do not have Kawhi, but they have Greg Popovich, who's one of the best coaches in the league, him and Brad Stevens. But I'm going to give it to the Warriors. They're going to win in 7 games. 7-game series because they don't have Steph Curry. It's going to be a little harder for them. And then I'm sure Greg Popovich is getting the Spurs ready. I was going to say a sweep. That's if Steph Curry was there. I'm going to say 7-game series. Now, let's go to the Eastern Conference. We have... Actually, let's just stick on the West and we'll work our way to the NBA Finals, just so I don't forget. So then we have Rockets, Oklahoma City. Now, this is going to be the best series. I saw these guys on Christmas Day. They were going back and forth. The Thunder won. I like Russell Westbrook, so I'm happy about that. But the Thunder won. I think this is going to go only 6 games. It's not going to go 7, and the Rockets are going to win. It could be a sweep, depending on how deadly James Harden is, but I'm gonna have to say 6 games. Thunder will get 2, but I don't really think it might not be that close. But I think the most it's gonna go is 6 games, and the Rockets are gonna go to the Western Conference Finals. Then we have the Trailblazers, Warriors. I don't really know how I feel about this because the Trailblazers, they're a very powerful offensive team. Their defense is okay, but then the Warriors, Steph Curry will be back. So it depends how Steph Curry does. If Steph Curry comes back and he's kind of rusty, I think it could go all 7 games. If Steph Curry comes back and he's just the same old, I'll shoot from half court, you can cover me too, I'm going to swish it, it might just go only 5, 6 the most with Steph Curry. It could be a sweep. But I'm going to say the Warriors will win it in 7 games because I don't know how good Steph Curry will be after coming back from almost a month out of the season. Yes, he's always practicing, but it's not the same as being in a real game situation. So I'm going to have to give it 7 games. The Warriors will win. So it'll be Warriors-Rockets. And now this one, if everybody's full strength, it's either going to go 6 or 7 games. It's either going to go 6 games if the Warriors win, but if the Rockets are going to win, it's going to go all 7 because the Rockets don't have the manpower. Yes, they do have Chris Paul, who's a great passing guard and can shoot, but he can't stop Durant, Curry. Curry, he kind of killed Chris Paul. I'll show a clip of that right here. It's really funny. Exactly. But that's when he was on the Clippers. So I think it's going to go 6 games if the Warriors are going to win it, and 7 games if the Rockets are going to win it. Yes, the Warriors could win it in 7, but I don't think they would need that much if they're all there. So, but I'm going to say Rockets in 7 games. So the Rockets are going to go to the NBA Finals. Now let's go over to the Eastern Conference. We have the Raptors, Wizards, Cavs, Pacers, Sixers, Heat, and then my team, the Celtics, versus the Milwaukee Bucks. Now let's start up top. Raptors, Wizards. John Wall is coming back from injury. He hasn't looked too good. He hasn't looked bad, but he hasn't looked anything special. So I'm gonna say Raptors in 5. They might Wizards might get 1 game. They could get 2, but I'm gonna say Raptors in 5. The Raptors have been killing it lately. Their team they haven't really done much, but their whole attitude has just changed with Dwayne Casey really grinding this season as coach because he doesn't want to get fired, and they've been doing great. So I'm gonna say Raptors in 5. And then Cavs, Pacers. This, people think it's going to be a sweep. I was listening to OSN yesterday. He said it was going to be a sweep. I don't think it's going to be a sweep. Victor Oladipo would not let that happen. Miles Turner. I think it's only going to go 5 games. Cavs are going to win because LeBron's a different animal in the playoffs. He's been a different animal this whole season. It was his best season ever. He played every single game. But I'm going to have to say Cavs are going to win it in 5. Pacers get 1 game. Maybe they could get 2, but they could get sweep too, but I'm trying to not make this a boring video. But I think they'll get 1 game, so I think it'll go 5 games. And then Sixers Heat. This might be my favorite round out of everyone here because they're so evenly matched. But yet the 76ers have been on a 15-game winning streak. So the Sixers could absolutely demolish them, or it could go 7 games, or the Heat could demolish them because they're pretty even. Yes, the Sixers do have a lot more young talent, but you don't know how that's going to transpire. I was trying to use a big boy word. I don't know how it's going to look like in the playoffs because Ben Simmons might get nervous. He might choke. Joel Embiid, he's going to be out the first game. So I don't know how he's going to come back. Markelle Fultz, he's been doing okay as he comes back. Yes, he did get a triple-double. But you don't know how this is all going to go into the playoffs. Now, I'm going to have to say 76ers will win in 6 games. And then the Celtics, Bucks. The Bucks, they have the better talent. I will give you that. They have Giannis, one of the top 5 players in this league. But they have been their chemistry has been absolutely terrible this entire season. That's why they're sitting at the 7th seed. If their chemistry was great, they would easily be in the top 4, maybe top 2. But that did not happen as they're sitting on the 7th seed. Now the Celtics, we have about an hour. I could talk an hour about these injuries because there's about a billion players that got hurt. Kyrie Irving, Gordon Hayward, the whole team. Marcus Smart will be back in the 2nd round. But the one thing we do have is we are very resilient and we have great young talent. And just for that little reason, this is going to go to 6 or 7 games and the Celtics are going to come out with it. I'm going to have to say 7-game series and the Celtics are going to come out with the W. That's not biased. That's just my thoughts on that because the Bucks, they've been doing terrible the last few months. And I don't know how that's going to go into the playoffs. Now we're going to have Raptors, Cavs. This is probably going to be the best series in the Eastern Conference just because of the fact that they're the Raptors are better, but LeBron is basically could take on the Raptors. So I'm going to have to go with the Raptors here in 7 games. In 7 games, the Raptors are going to come out on top just because their scoring ability is just so much better than anything the Cavs can offer except LeBron. He's not in the equation, LeBron's out of the equation, but the rest of the team is pretty terrible, except Kevin Love, but he's a very streaky player. And speaking of streaky, J.R. Smith, one day he'd go 10 for 10, the next game he'd go 0 for 40. So you don't know with him what he's going to bring to the season. And he has had a very down season, J.R., so I don't know how it's going to be in the playoffs. So I'm going to say Raptors in 7. And then the Sixers, Celtics, this is also going to be a great series. I don't know. I'm kind of scared about this one because the Sixers, they have so much talent. So do the Celtics, but like I said, our really good talent is out. I think that might be as far as we can go. I think it's going to go 7 games, but I think that's about as far as the Celtics are going to go. It could go either way, but I don't know if our talent can really bring us this far. They might even get out of the first round. I'm going to have to say Sixers in 7. They're going to get the Celtics out, 6 and 7. So it's gonna be Raptors, Sixers. I don't know. If the Sixers keep going on this pace, they could actually get to the finals, and then fly Eagles fly. The whole Philadelphia be blowing up. But I don't know. It's a really tough decision. I'm gonna have to say Raptors in 7 games. That'll be a great series. Raptors in 7. So it's gonna be Raptors, Rockets. And then the Rockets are going to just freaking destroy the Raptors. Rockets will win in 5-6 games the most. So the Rockets are the 2017-18 season NBA champions. I know I just spit a little. That was disgusting. I'm sorry about that. And Chris Paul will finally get a ring he deserves because he's never been out of the first round. So anyways, hope you guys did enjoy this video. And like always, peace.